Alright, welcome to the stream. It is Friday, July 24th, 2026. 6:37 p.m. is the time, and we are going to get started in just a minute. I am just getting SimBrief loaded here. We are starting at New York Stewart Airport. That is KSWF. KSWF, and we are going to Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland today. What are we flying? Well, we've got a fun aircraft. Okay, November 204 Whiskey Echo is going to be the call sign. And I guess everything else can just be set to auto. Alright, we will have that be the flight plan. Okay, cool. And then I'm also going to get Beyond ATC loaded, because why would I be ready? 40,000 feet is the max altitude. Got 9 passengers with us, and we've also got 315 pounds of baggage. Alright, let me get Beyond ATC going, and then we will get this show on the road, because what do we have here? Apparently we have a blank screen. No, we have this beautiful Trijet. As those of you who are here for a long time know, I love Trijets. Beyond ATC is deciding to be your average computer program, and it's like, I don't want to function today. But no, it's functioning. Okay, let's get that doing its thing. And let's talk about the aircraft. I just picked this up yesterday. Evening. And I'm kind of excited to try it out. I just did one test flight to just make sure everything worked. I don't know how to start the aircraft. I haven't had to do that yet. I just kind of jumped in and had a brief look. But here it is. This is what I call the child of a Boeing 727 and a Gulfstream. We've got the Boeing 727 S-duct tail engine, and we've got a very Boeing 727-esque cockpit, and then we have the 2 tail engines of the Gulfstream and the body of the Gulfstream. And when you have a Gulfstream and you mix it with the 727, you get the Falcon 50. I think it's kind of neat. It's interesting. It's a very small jet to be a Trijet. Oh my. Look at that airplane over there. Is that a player? Or is that... I don't know if that's a player. Let me see. Beyond ATC. Oh no. Dreamjet 100. Oh. That airplane over there is called Dreamjet. Oh, okay. I have never seen such a livery before. Hold on one second. Sidebar. Let's oh no, is the game gonna crash already? Are we already into this tonight? Please don't crash on me. You are working so well. Please don't crash on me already. You're gonna crash on me already. You're gonna crash on me already. Okay, I guess we have our first crash of tonight. Why? Why do you be like this to me? Can you? Oh, wait, we're back. Hold up, we're back. We're back. Never mind. I don't need you, task manager. Alright, let's take a look at this aircraft that's over here, because I have never seen this livery, and it appears that the livery no longer exists. So never mind. Oh, here we go. Oh my. Flight Sim, do you mind not doing your stuff? La Campagne. Okay. It's a French company, I guess. Airbus A320neo. Alright, cool. Never seen that before. Alright, so back to the aircraft. Why are you task manager? Just get out of here. I don't need you. Yeah, what was I saying about the aircraft? I don't know. Let's just jump right in and have a look at the aircraft. This is the cockpit. If you've flown the Boeing 727 Super, a lot of this stuff is the same. I mean, some of it's the same. If you've flown the glass cockpit 727, it uses the same ephesus. The 727 glass cockpit also has this, if you decide to use it, and it also has these FMCs. Also, the autopilot system is literally the same as well. Literally the same autopilot system. So that is kind of good to know. We've got a little overhead panel here. Yeah, this aircraft's like the same, but it's not the same. Obviously, we don't have a flight engineer panel. We're missing the flight engineer panel. But otherwise, it's similar in a way. The parking brake is up here. The fire handles are down here, which is kind of weird. I'm used to the parking brake being next to the throttles, obviously. And then on the 727, the fire handles are actually where the parking brake is. So that's kind of nice. I will say that that's a little bit of a dangerous spot, especially when I tab out of a game. Sometimes I tab out and then I tab back in and I accidentally click one of those. And then I'm like, why is engine 2 dying? Well, Mateo, take a look at your fire suppression system. You may have unintentionally activated it. So yes, here we go. There is a computer that comes with this. I don't know how to activate it. There's like a physical tablet that you can put here, and I have no idea how to activate it. But if we go into our tablet, we actually have the Contrail 50 app, or sorry, the Contrail Falcon 50 app. And here, you can actually, like, organize your airplane, which is kind of neat. So we can do exit power, you can do fueling, you can open up the baggage compartments, the doors. If we click on van, for example, a van will spawn in right there, and there is a guy creepily peeking out of it. Alternatively, something else that you can do if you don't want to use the tablet is you can literally just go up here and you can click the, the engine covers, and then you can also click the wheel covers, the chocks away. I don't know how to put them back without using the computer, though. So, oops, that's not what I'm going to do. We will just do the chocks, and we'll put the covers back on. There we go. Okay, fun. All right, so that's the cockpit. Here is the passenger cabin. I will say it's not... Oh, okay. Whoa. I will say it's not as detailed as the Citation X. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. I did not know these were openable. Yesterday when I was trying this, I could not get these to open. Never mind. Ignore me. Apparently, these are openable. It is as detailed as the Citation X. It looks like we have a trash can. Can you stay open? Hi. Okay, what's in here? A trash bag with something at the bottom. Okay. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, so I guess only some of these are openable. What do we got for the drink? La Ipsumorem. La Ipsumorem. Okay. Metro, welcome in. That's openable. We got water. Stow during takeoff. Okay, and then right here we've got all our fancy silverware. That's the trash can. We already opened up the trash can. Plates. Can we open up anything else? Are you openable? You are not openable. Those drinks sound Latin. Yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? You are not openable. You are not openable. You are also not openable. Okay. I kind of wish that these were just, like, clicked. Because it's a little bit weird moving these. I mean, this isn't too bad. But, like, this one here does not want to open. It keeps closing. Are you clickable? You are nothing. Are you clickable? Nope. You are not clickable. You're not clickable. Can we mess with any of this stuff? Is there something over here I thought I could click? Thought I saw something get highlighted. I don't think so. Okay. A whole bunch of manuals here. Operations manual. Well, we might need that. This is perfect timing because you're also about to prepare your flight from Denver to Portland. Nice. Enjoy your flight. Okay, we can press that sign. We're not going to do that just yet. What can we do in... Oh, my. We can move the table out, okay? We can move the table in. We can also close the windows, if we so please. And we've got screens here, which, as far as I know, these screens actually work. I don't know what they do, but I think they work. When I was doing my test flight, they were on, and they were showing, like, speed and temperature and that sort of thing. Can we get ourselves a coffee, maybe? Maybe, no, it doesn't appear so. Server must be empty, and brew handle must be in the down position during taxi. Okay. We've got loaded coffees. Is this a bathroom? No, it's a locked room that does not appear to be openable. Cannot click the seats. Oh, I felt like I just clicked something. Nope. Is the bathroom open? Oh, my. Wait, there's something I can click here. There is some... Wait, there's something I can click? Like here. But I can't go inside. I wonder... Okay, that's kind of interesting. Okay, we can open that up. Is there like a footrest that we can maybe open up? Nope, doesn't appear to be a thing. All right, let me see. Is there a bathroom in this thing? Oh my, we have fuel apparently. Apparently the fuel truck wants to fuel us up already. All right, is there a bathroom in this? Hopefully there would be. All right, let's just go in here. No, well that answers that. I wonder why I could click then. What was I clicking? Oh, was I maybe clicking this? I might have been clicking this. Hold on a second. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm clicking. All right, never mind. All right. How about this? Let's open up the main door. And we're going to do some exterior checks of the airplane. So, here we go. Got the aircraft. We can... You know what? Let's remove all the covers and everything. We won't remove the chocks just yet, because obviously that is keeping the airplane from rolling away. I know we can open this. And this here actually has dynamic cargo. So if I go in here and I load a bunch of baggage, it actually appears, which I think is really, really cool. But we're not going to do that just yet. Passengers, we're going to have no passengers. I guess we could have some fuel. Can I open this? No, that is not openable. The nose makes it look like a Soviet-built jet. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Oh, this is what I was opening. Maybe? Oh, I bet that's what I was... No, because that's too low. Wait, what? Why do I feel like they're... Oh, this is their refueling. Oh, I see. Oh, my. Oh, wow. Okay. I could see some fun roleplay coming with this. Well, that's quite an advanced system. I don't want to do that just yet, though. All right, let's close that up. I didn't know that was... Yeah, I did not know that. Wait, what did I... Okay, I just opened that. I don't think I can open that one. Okay. Can I... What else can I do with this? Can't... Okay, can't click that. Can we... I wonder if we can open the emergency exit. Kind of interesting. Here, let's see. Can we open the emergency exit? The emergency exit would be here. It doesn't appear we can. Okay, no. Alright, well with that said, let's see if we can get the aircraft loaded up. I don't think GSX works with this just yet. At least with what I have seen. It doesn't really work too well with it. Yeah, so when I had GSX going, GSX had brought like a massive bus with like 100 people on it, and they all started getting on the airplane. And it's like, I don't think that many people could fit on this kind of airplane, which, by the way, I forgot to get... Hold on one second. I need to double check. Navigraph. Blah, blah, blah. Pick a name matching your departure ICO and enter your own above. Oh. Am I... Oh, maybe I'm already logged in. Oh, I might already be logged into this. Okay. Cool. So that's Navigraph. How do I get the, like, tablet? Well, so, yeah, this aircraft was built in, like, the 1970s. So, yeah, it's a relatively old aircraft. But there... Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Yes. I'd much rather have this than this one here. All right. Oh, my. Okay. Well, oh, well, that's actually not too bad. Okay. Flights. I don't like how pixelated that is. All right. I need to go into contrails. Let's go back. Ground operations. We've got exit power going. covers are off. The baggage compartment is open. So batteries are this one. And then I think I click that. Turn on the radio master, EFIS 1, EFIS 2. That should turn on the screens. There is a very loud, like, screeching noise. Okay, so that's working. Let me double check that everything is working. You're not working because you have a little lock there, but I don't know if I should unlock that just yet. Can I turn this on? I can turn that on. All right, we will let that do its thing. My. All right, how do I turn on the... I think I need that. Yes, there we go. And now we've got our yokes. And that is going to start working. Can I turn that on auto? Maybe I just keep that on auto. All right, I think I keep that on auto. APU controls, I believe, are over here. Oh, look at this. Oh, we're going to actually have to align this. I haven't had to align these FMCs yet, so I don't really know how this works. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. Well, that's kind of interesting. What is this, like, loud screeching noise here? I don't know how loud it is on stream, but it's relatively loud here. All right. Do I... Maybe I just put that to align and that will start aligning? I don't know. All right, we're going to set that to align. I'm going to set that to align. Hopefully that'll start aligning. And we are going to start... Does this copy everything I'm doing, by the way? Oh, it does. Okay. Well, that's completely fine. All right, I need SimBrief. View... The noise is probably the battery, most likely, yeah. All right, so we are at KSWF. KSWF. All right, and we are departing off runway 16. Does Beyond ETC agree with that? Runway 27 and runway 34 is in use. Okay. Well, I will just put in runway 16 for right now. We'll select that. And I don't know. So apparently it's freaking loud as heck, though. Okay, is it too loud? Is it loud on stream? If it's loud on stream, I will turn it way down. All right, you know what? I wonder if I can just... La 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 la. Why are you doing what you're doing? Okay. I will turn it down. That was an issue in my last stream. The plane sounds are really quiet on my end. But for whatever reason on stream, you don't even hear it anymore. That's because I turned the game audio way down. All right. I had it on 60. It was extremely quiet for me. I'm going to put it on 20. Hopefully that's not going to be too loud, because we had that issue in the last stream. I don't know why my software does this. Okay, SWF weird. Oops, I forgot. We don't have a scratch pad. All right, if I do that, that was 41.45. All right, weird, and then after weird, we're going to be right at our top of climb. LAAYK. Q 436. Quebec 436. Enter, and then we can put in this waypoint. So it's going to DeGraff. You're okay. Going to DeGraff, and then after DeGraff we have the Juliet 49 waypoint, or sorry, Juliet 49 airway. And that is going down to PSB, which is up here. All right, there we go. I wonder, is this... Okay, so this is going into that one as well. All right, that is good. And then we've got the Youngstown VOR. So YNG... YNG 4119. That's got multiple waypoints. 4119, 8049, 109.00. Okay, perfect. CXR. 418109. Okay, perfect. With 112.7. All right. Why does that look like a tooth? I don't know. All right. And then we've got our arrival into Burke Lakefront Airport, which what is the runway they want us to plan for? Runway 06 left. Oh, okay, that'll be a fun approach. Runway 06 left, runway 06 right in use. Okay. KBKL, runway 06 left. And we don't have any approach instructions for this. Okay, so that'll be kind of fun. That'll take us over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How do I know? Oh, look at that. Boom. Ah, check that out. Okay, that was easy. And there we go. Allegedly, they're aligned. Okay. How do I fuel up this aircraft? I fuel up the aircraft. Oh. See, is there a way to move this, by the way? Like, can I have it, like, sitting here so that I can, like, see it? Okay, I don't know if there is. I kind of wish that this was independent of this. That would be kind of nice, but apparently it's not. All right, so there is a way to load your aircraft on this. Weight and balance. Let's see what we got here. So we are hauling 9 passengers. We've got 9 passengers with us tonight. So 9... If I just put that in there, we are hauling the max amount of passengers. And then we've got 315 pounds of luggage, and the fuel we've got is 5,701. All right, cool. Now we can start real-time loading, which I don't know if I'm going to do that. I mean, I guess we could. How long is that going to take? Does this say?
Refueling truck is on its way.
I don't know. Okay. I guess we can get passengers loading as well. How does passenger loading work? Because you should be able to see your passengers. I know that because I've seen them. Oh, is that for... Oh. Hello, passengers. How are you doing? Okay. Okay, so we're just loading up fuel. Well, that's really easy.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
GSX, I don't need you. Really? Is that all we got? Is one thing of luggage? I guess that's all we've got. All right, so they're gonna do loading things. I was gonna say, it sounds like we have an airplane. Oh, look at that. That actually shows what it's loading. That's actually really, really cool. We've got an airplane that's just over here making noise, apparently. Okay. Are we ready to go? Apparently there's VNAV on this thing. Apparently you can fly VNAV with this. I don't know how you would do it because, you know, this FMC exists on the 727. I don't know how you would. How do I VNAV 1? Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay. So remainings of reserves, yada, yada, yada.
Is in position.
Is it 2,000 feet?
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, gosh. Log armed. Yeah, I don't really know how to fly VNAV with this thing. Normally, when I'm doing the 727, I just do everything manually. So I never really put in VNAV information. Because I don't even think the aircraft can fly VNAV. I don't think this aircraft can fly VNAV, can it? Heading, climb, nav mode. Yeah, see. Oh, you can fly VNAV. Oh, I wonder if I can do VNav on the 727. That's interesting. I should try that at one point. So that's vertical navigation. We don't have lateral navigation. Okay. So you still have... Oh, yeah, right. Because we don't have an auto throttle on this thing, do we? Yeah, we don't have an auto throttle on this thing. So that is actually kind of good to know. Why does that say cabin on it? Ooh, I should probably get cabin lights on. How do I do that? Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay. Oh, is it? Maybe it's the cabin air. All right, we'll put that to armed. What is this? Oh, okay. I don't want you to exist. What are you, by the way? Compass correction. Okay. Now, I know that we can turn this on as well, and you can see your, like, flight plan and stuff. Let me see. How do I do this on here? Because you should... Why did you... Okay, keep on that. How do I see my flight plan on this thing? I genuinely cannot remember how to see... It's been such a long time since I've flown the 727. Okay, so that's course. That's heading. Oh, you know what it is? It's that. There we go. Right, and then if I hit the course button, nav mode. So there we go. Right. Oh, FMS. It might be the FMS that I want. How is... There's a way for me to see, like, waypoints and stuff. I don't remember how to do that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. All right, so after we depart the airfield, we're going to make a turn, and then we're going to go straight to weird. All right, that's cool to know. All right. Well, why don't we get going? Apparently, we've got a big fuel truck outside. We don't need you in our lives. So, GSX, can you do me a favor and go adios? I don't need you in my life, quite frankly. All right. Well, I guess we'll get this engine started. Why don't we push it away from the gate? Now, there's a really cool thing that you can do on this. We will close the main door. Van can go adios. Do I want the torque link on there? I don't really know. We'll remove the chocks. Covers can go bye-bye. We're not going to remove... Oh, yeah, we should probably turn on the APU, shouldn't we? How do I do such things? I thought the APU was over here. Is it not over here? Are you starting? Perhaps you're starting. That's the APU right there. Oh, here we go. Press master on. Press gen on. Okay. Bleed air as desired. Okay. Press stop lock to turn off APU. Press master off. Okay. Are you starting? Oh, there we go. APU's doing APU things. Very nice. And that might be extremely loud. And that APU might be extremely loud. I'm going to do an audio check. Because I think I should. I wonder, maybe if I turn up my mixer a little bit. Let's see how that does. Okay, so that sounds good. APU is on. That's a good sign. How does this sound in relation to my voice? Okay, it's perfectly fine. Audio checks are complete. Now how do I do this? Are we now on APU power? I think I might be on APU power now. Oh, crap. Oh, I probably have to align that again. Shoot. I probably have to align that again. Okay, so I don't want to turn that off. How does... Maybe I do that? Ooh, that's the fuel system, I think. All right, I'm going to turn that on. It is... Oh, okay. So I want to keep you on. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to realign that. Shoot. Oh, wait, maybe, no. Yeah, no. I'm going to have to realign that ethos. That's my error. If I remove exit power, are we good? Answer, yes, we're good. Yeah, so we're perfectly fine now. Okay, cool. So, we are going to push the aircraft back. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should wait for that to align. Passengers, I'm sorry. We're going to be sitting here for a minute while I learn how to fly. Okay. How long is that going to take? I wonder if I could fly with this one. Could I, Oh, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. So why are you looking like that? Why does that look like that and that looks like that? I do not understand. I don't understand. All right, let me go to options real quick. Can I have this align like immediately? Enable fast IRS line skips the realistic alignment process, becomes immediately aligned. Is there a way to save that? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so now we don't have to wait for that. Okay, so there's one other thing that I completely forgot to mention. We can push the aircraft back with this really fancy controller that we have. We have a really fancy controller, so I think if I click this... There we go. We've got this little tool here. Cannot push parking brake is on. Oh, well that might be helpful. Oh. There we go. And so now what we can do is we can literally push. I thought maybe. Oh yeah, okay, look at that. How do I stop it? Oh, it works with a yoke? Oh, you have to click. Okay, look at that. Oh, that... Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is direction. So, if we want to move forward, optionally, we can also move back. And I think I want to go this way. Oh, my. Okay, so that stops it. How do I get rid of you now? Oh, wait, nope. All right, let's get that on. How do I get rid of you? Cannot push. How do I get rid of you? There we go. So that's how I get rid of you. Okay, cool. So we have learned how that works. Very nice. We have learned how that works. We can now put this away. And let's get IFR clearance, because I need... Oh, I don't have the right call sign. Why are you not functioning? Beyond ATC. Why did you not give me the right dang call sign? Come on, man. Because it has me set to, like, November 204 Whiskey Echo. That's my call sign. Why are you not giving that call sign? All right, come on, Beyond ATC. Don't fail me tonight. Maybe I just need to give it a little bit of a restart. Maybe that'll fix it. Logging in. All right, let's click fly, and let's see if it'll give me the right call sign. Because for some reason, it was giving me Airbus 204. And it's like, no, I am not Airbus 204. All right. So how do I start this thing? how do I even start this thing? I'm assuming I need to turn, like, the boosters on, right? Like, giving me, like, booster vibes. Maybe we got to turn those on. By the way, do I even have enough fuel in this? Let's just double check before we try and take off. So it wants us to have 5,701. I believe we do have that much. Excuse me. No, Airbus 4 Whiskey Echo. Why are you giving me that call sign? That's not my call sign, Beyond ATC. Yeah, why? Yeah, why is it Airbus 4 Whiskey Echo? Why? Why Airbus 4 Whiskey Echo? Beyond ATC, what in, like, why? Like, why? Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Okay, apparently I opened up something in Beyond ATC that I wasn't meant to open up. Alright, let's try this one more time. And then I might just have to be... Okay, you know what? I have an idea. We're gonna do something different. What is the NetJet? Let's take a look at NetJet. What's NetJet's call sign? Maybe we'll just be NetJet tonight. Maybe we'll just have to be NetJet tonight. ExecJet. Let's see. Do you have your ICAO code on here? EGA. All right, so we're going to have to be EJA. So we're just going to have to be Echo Juliet Alpha 204. And then we don't have an ATC call sign. So we're just going to be Echo Juliet Alpha, and our call sign will be NetJet. And I just realized I don't have a sheet of paper, so I might have to just memorize my call sign. All right, let's get the show on the road, and we'll have to figure out the fun of starving. So, bleed air. That's set to off. I feel like that should be set to norm, but I don't know if I should set that right now. Okay. There we go. ExecJet. What is the ground frequency? Is 121.900. Where do I put that in at? Right here. 121. Oh man, this is gonna. 121.900. How do I flip that over? Just like that. Okay. So what is... So we are going to be NetJet 204 with information Delta requesting IFR to Burke Lakefront. All right. Stewart Ground, ExecJet 204 with information Delta requesting IFR to Burke Lakefront Airport.
Trijet 100, cross runway 34 at Alpha.
Ignores me.
Cross runway 34 at Alpha. Trijet 100. ExecJet 204, Stewart Ground, cleared to Burke Lakefront Airport. Radar vectors weared, then is filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 400, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 132.75. Squawk 1160.
Oh, I did not want you to auto-respond. Okay, fine. I guess my co-pilot's auto-responding.
Maintain 4,000.
Completely forgot to remove that. Oh my. Well, I don't like if I like that. Look at that. I don't know if I like the way that this thing works. 1160.
Executive 204, read back correct.
Okay.
Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Okay.
Roger that. Executive 20.
All right, I'm going to turn off my co-pilot. All right.
Jet 100, contact Stewart Tower 121.0.
All right, how the heck do I start this thing? So, air start. Booster pumps must be on. Oh, okay. When the N2 is above 12%, move the red fuel lever. Is that the red fuel lever there? Wait, are you... Okay, there we go. So engine number 2 is starting. Apparently that's how that works. It might be really loud in a second. Okay, are you started? Is that going to automatically flick off? Okay. If I turn that off, is that going to be okay? There we go. So engine 2 is throttling up. Engine 2 is on. Maybe I just keep that on the whole time. Oh, you literally just, like, click it. All right. It's at 20%. Oh, it should be 12%. Okay. N2 should be 12%. Yeah, so I did that a little bit too late. That is okay. Okay. Is that... I would have thought that would have clicked off. Okay, so that turns the motor off. So once that gets up to 12, which will be right there, we'll introduce fuel. That goes really fast. That goes real quick. Wow. All right. Now, can I turn these off now? All right. Are you... So I think you're fine. The battery's turned off. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. All right. I think I can now turn off the APU. And I literally do it just by clicking that. Okay. Apparently we're ready to go. Now there is this. So these are our V speeds. V1 is at 100, 112. Okay. What is the flaps is going to be 20. Is that really our gross weight? I don't think that's our gross weight. Trijet Gulfstream. Exactly. Wait, what? Oh, that's for approach. Okay. All right, takeoff power is 98%. Okay. Apparently we're doing flaps 20 tonight, so that's going to be set in that one. All right, let's taxi, shall we? Stewart ground, ExecJet 204 requesting taxi to the active runway.
Executive 204, runway 34 taxi via Charlie, Foxtrot.
Runway 34 via Charlie Foxtrot, ExecJet 204. All right, because I don't have... knowledge. Okay, please don't crash. I hate how that always becomes so, it's like so laggy whenever I use the default tablet thing. Currently boarding your passengers. Nice. Why do you not show an airport? KSWF. Hello? Here we go. Now you show an airport. I really hate this system. Airport. So where are we? Is that... That's not the airport. Here we go. I want that one. Open charts. So that's... No, I want this one. Alright, so he said... what? Where are we taxiing? Charlie Foxtrot. So runway 34 via Charlie Foxtrot. So we are facing, I think, in the wrong direction. He wants us to go down to 34, which is the shorter runway. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking. But let's go. Right? That's why I don't like that system. How do I turn? Nav logo lights should probably go on. Is there a reason why I'm not moving? Taxi lights. Oh my. We're about to crash into stuff here. I should also get the seatbelt signs on. What am I doing? Oh wait, no, that should be armed. Fasten seatbelt signs should be on. I'm about to drive onto something. I don't even know. What is this airport? Now, this is a handcrafted airport, so... I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. I like the buildings and everything. We got, like, this big mound of dirt right here, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know why the charts on the default tablet are so bad. I don't like it. Oh, you know what I forgot? I was going to get landing rate manager going. Let's get landing rate monitor going, and we will do a flight for the virtual airline. All right, there we go. Volanta's going as well. Oh my. You like this airport? Yeah, it's a nice little executive airport. Why are you not? There you go, landing rate manager. Come on, get your life together, landing rate manager. Fetch from Simbury. ExecJet 204. Yep. Set as active flight plan. There we go. And now we are going to fly with the virtual airline. You should fly out of your local airport. What airport's that one? KUJGN. I will write that one down and we'll fly out of it. Man, I gotta say, some of these some of these handcrafted airports have some bumpy taxiways. It's crazy. Okay, I need to figure out how to steer this thing. All right, let's get flaps to 20. Waukegan Regional Airport, nice. Is that in Michigan? Wow, this is crazy. I gotta see this airport. Why is that so bumpy? Look at that. No, it's north of Chicago? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute, is it Waukesha? No, it's Waukegan, not Waukesha. Is this the runway? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Oh, I'm still far away from the runway. Yeah, no, we got quite a ways to go yet before we get to the runway. Man, look at this craziness. Over to tower on 121.0, exec jet 204. Wow, what is with this hill? What is this hill? Is it this hilly in real life? Like, this is like a major, like, hill. All right, are you ready for things to go wrong? But I gotta say, the buildings at this airport are beautiful. I love it. All right. I need to make sure that's set to TARA. That's good. Is there a way? Okay, we'll keep it like that. That's gonna be set to TARA. That's gonna be set to there. And I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. All right, let's go. Oh, wait, no, I need to request takeoff. Stewart Tower, exec jet 204, requesting takeoff, runway 34. By the way.
Stewart Tower, wind variable advised. Fly heading 340, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
All right, I'm also gonna... runway heading, runway 34, clear for takeoff, exec jet 204. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get... let me see. Can I get a direct waypoint to Weird? There we go. All right, so let me see if I can get a direct waypoint. Because then what I'm going to do is right after we take off, I'm going to make a turn to the left, and we're going to see if we can capture this, the flight path. All right, let's go. I do need to turn on all my lights. Wing lights. I think we're good. Okay. By the way, while we're moving here, is there a place that we can see? Surprisingly, he survived. Yeah, right? I was going to say, I wonder if this tells... I don't see where passengers could, like, you know... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Can I close this? Is there a door here that I can close, by the way? Or is it just always going to be open? Like, where do passengers see when I turn on the seatbelt signs? I was wondering if they would see it here, but maybe they don't. But he went to prison for 3-degree felonies. What do you mean? Who did? Who did? I don't know who you're talking about, Metro. The guy who got shot. Okay. I don't know if I heard about that one. Might be a little bit too far away. All right. Let's go. Let's get some outside noise real quick. All right, not bad. Let's go. On the center panel, set the gross weight to the actual weight. Reset the total fuel counter. Okay, game, you could have told me about that before. Oh my god. The game crashes on takeoff? Please don't crash on takeoff. Why are you crashing on takeoff? Oh my god. Woo. Gear up. Why are you lagging? Oh my gosh. Why does the trim sound like a machine gun? Alright, I forgot how the heck this... How in the world does this autopilot system work? Alright, I'm going to keep that on 50. Over to New York departure, Executive 204. Have a good day. Alright, I might be speeding. I don't even know. Oh, I'm... We're going a little bit slow. How the heck do I turn this thing on? Let's do nav. So if I do nav, it should start to turn. Are you going to start turning? Bro, this plane has an inbuilt machine gun, right? There we go. So now we're following the nav. All right, flaps retracted. We don't have an auto throttle, so that's something I'm gonna have to pay attention to. Oh gosh. How do I set the altitude on this thing? Nope, so that's the Q and H. No, maybe. No, that's... Okay. Where do I set it on this? Well, we're climbing right now, so I mean, I can't say that we're doing this wrong. Bad Wi-Fi? Oh. It's not because when he pulled over, he had a knife in his right hand, and the cop felt like, oh, okay. Where does one insert altitude? Okay, so that's not that. Here we go. 40,000. New York departure, Execjet 204, climbing 6,000. I'm above 6,000. Okay. Climb and maintain flight level 190, Execjet 204. You could go to 45,000 feet? I could. You're right. All right. Clear direct where will resume on navigation, Execjet 204. Okay. So far, so good. I am going to... I think if I set that, and then this, I can change the climb speed. Oh my god, why are we descending? Ooh, okay. Well, we're now speeding, so that's a great sign. Alright, so if we hit climb, we can actually maintain 250 knots. That's almost kind of like IAS hold in a way, but it's not really IAS hold. So it'll maintain 250 knots, and we'll climb up, in theory, Oh, look at that. Okay, now... Okay. I hate this. European airplanes that aren't Airbus are chaotic to fly, yeah. That's very true. See, I hate this autopilot system on the 727. I hate it on the 727. I hate it on the on this airplane. Because it's like this autopilot system wants you to have control, but it doesn't give you control. All right, well, we're climbing, so I'm going to say that we're doing good right now. Hello, passengers. How are we doing? Don't mind all the yelling. This is my first day flying. I've never flown this before. You probably didn't want to hear that, and I probably wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Look at this guy. He's genuinely terrified. I probably wasn't supposed to say that out loud, but I did, so now you know. Enjoy the flight. Apparently, we're 4,000 meters into the air, even though we don't actually, like, measure in meters, but hey. Because, as last time I checked, this wasn't Russia or China, where they measure in meters instead of feet for aviation. Why are we turning? We're turning because we actually have a turn. Okay. So that's good to see that that's working. Hey. And... there we go. Let's get it up to 300, shall we? Oh, I don't know if I want to, actually. How do I get this to hold my altitude? Speed. Oh. No, okay, so that's not how that works. Right, we don't have an auto throttle. I think I could put an auto throttle on this, but I'm not going to. Man, this is just chaotic. Over to Boston Center on 134.3, execjet 204. Boston Center, execjet 204 with you, passing through 17,000, climbing to flight level 190. I said that completely wrong. Don't judge me. Climb and maintain flight level 400, execjet 204. All right, cool. We're climbing through 18,000. I can turn all of this stuff off. So I'm assuming I keep that stuff on. Seatbelt signs can go off. Oh, look at that. So that might not be how the lights work. Never mind. You'd hate flying in a plane with no cockpit doors. It always makes you feel like you're being watched, right? There might be cockpit doors that I'm not seeing. Although, this doesn't look like it would have cockpit doors, so you might be right. Yeah, that would make me feel weird. As of right now, all the passengers would be learning that I don't know how to fly this thing. Over to Boston Center on 133.25, execjet 204. Boston Center, execjet 204 with you, passing flight level 220 for flight level 400. Okay. What is all of this stuff? Oh, you want to send me over to New York Center now? Over to New York Center on 132.6, execjet 204. New York Center, execjet 204 with you, passing flight level 240 up to flight level 400. Is this how some Airbus fans describe flying a Boeing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Boeing 737, the Boeing 737-800 definitely feels chaotic if you're used to the Airbus. For me, the 727 was my first aircraft. So the 737 was chaotic because I'm not used to an aircraft that can manage stuff on its own. It's like, so wait, if I press VNav and LNav, it's just going to like take me up to cruising altitude like on its own, and I don't have to like input speed changes? Okay. That sounds good, I guess. That's what it was for me. And even the MD-11. The MD-11 was my first, like, modern aircraft, so to speak. Over to New York Center on 134.45, ExecJet 204. I will say that learning from old school airplanes actually made me a better pilot. New York Center, ExecJet 204, passing 270 up to flight level 400. Now we also have this. I don't use it on the 727 because I usually just use this. Right here we have our map, which is kind of nice. We also have it on here like normal. And then, if we wanted to, we also have this, and I think if I turn it on, moving map use limited to situational awareness. Okay. Yeah, right here we also have that GPS. So this is connected to this. So there we go. But I don't use it. So I think I can just turn this off, right? There we go. I won't use it because if I'm going to use it, I'll just use this. Flying old airplanes makes you rely on yourself to manage the plane. It rewards you with a lot of pilot skill. Absolutely. Yep. And that's why I'm really glad that I flew the 727 as my first aircraft. But I think it made me look like a moron when I was flying the MD-11 and 737. Because the autopilot systems are so automated that I was like, yeah, I didn't trust the aircraft. Which, the funny thing is, I bet that's how a lot of older pilots felt in the 1990s when, like, glass cockpits and things like that were starting to become a thing. Like, I bet that's how a lot of older pilots felt, where they were like, wait a minute, my airplane will do everything for me. How about no? All right, we're up to 32,000 feet. We are flying at approximately 250 knots, I think it is. We might have to manage our speed a little bit because we might start overspeeding. All right, well, look at this. Beautiful day out. Your first airplane you ever learned to fly in the sim was the DHC-2. An aircraft that was produced like 59 years ago. Yeah, that is an older aircraft for sure. I'd like a turboprop aircraft. It's been a while. Actually, I say it's been a while since I've flown one like I've ever flown one. Last time I'd ever flown one would have been an IL-2 Sturmovik, but that's not really flight sim. The airplane itself is older than the full independence of Canada. Yeah. I am planning to do the DC-6 next week. Yeah, the DC-6 will be my next aircraft. We'll probably do that next Friday. And then the Friday afterwards, we're actually going to we're going to go to IL-2 Korea. Those game developers are producing their first non-World War II DLC. And I want to play that game. For those that haven't played IL-2 Sturmovik, it's you're a fighter pilot basically, and I thought it would be fun to do the DC-6 and then go into IL-2 Korea, just because both games have like World War II era aircrafts. So that's what we'll be doing. I know that IL-2 Korea has a MiG in it, which I'm really looking forward to. Randy Ball's MiG-17 made me fall in love with the MiGs. Specifically the MiG-15 and the MiG-17. And this one has it, so I'm looking forward to trying it. IL-2 is kind of like a PC version of War Thunder a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, if War Thunder was a little more complicated. Because IL-2 is still like... IL-2 still has, in a way, kind of the simulator to it. Oh yeah, Randy Ball. I wish he would come back to Cleveland. He came to Cleveland once in 2021 or 2022, and he hasn't been back since. And I'm like, I want to see your MiG again. It was awesome. It was like so fast and everything. And he never came back, sadly. He actually flew at your local air show once. He came last year. Nice. Yeah. I don't know. Cleveland must have been a one-off thing for him, sadly. Maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, we are at 37,000. When is my top of descent, by the way? Should probably pay attention to that. Oh. Where are we at right now? So we are passing over Lake. Alright, I'm going to open up my flight plan on my other monitor. Top of descent is after PSB. Okay. Yeah, so we got a little ways to go. Shows how dominant Soviet technology was during the Korean War. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. The MiG was a crazy aircraft for its time. And it's like, it was built, well, I think they started building the MiG in, what, 1946, 1947? Like the prototype models. It didn't start flying officially until like 1949. Well, like, jets have been around for a long time already. And like, some of these older jets are just insane. Especially some of those old Soviet jets. Like the MiG, of course. Alright, we are at 39,000 feet. Almost. When I was flying next to the F-86, it looked really cool. I have seen that video. Are we stalling? We are stalling, apparently. Why does this sound like a Cessna when it's stalling? I don't like that sound. I mean, I guess the alternative is the 727 and 737 stall horn, which sounds like a machine gun going off. All right, can you... Why can I only select one of those at a time? Okay. You thought the stall... You thought the stall sound was your TV? New York Center on 133.35, ExecJet 204. New York Center or ExecJet 204 with you. Passing flight level 390 for flight level 400. Alright. I wonder what I need to set the throttles to maintain speed. If it's anything like the 727, maybe 90% is what I should set it to. I guess we'll have to see. What was your call sign on Volanta? My call sign on Volanta is let's see. Echo Juliet Alpha 204.
Recharge 5627. Contact Boston Center 133.25.
I'm flying just northeast of Williamsport. So, that's me right there. Yeah, do I have a couple screenshots? I might have a couple screenshots. There we go. We'll put that one in there. There we go. All right, we are turning, and I'm going to let the aircraft speed up a little bit. We'll take another screenshot. I'll say the airplane is surprisingly loud in the front. Oh, that's beautiful. Although I kind of want the ground. I was kind of hoping. Over to New York Center on 123.625, Executive 204. All right. How much fuel do I have? By the way, I should probably check to see. Yeah, we're kind of doing good. All right. So we are flying at about 200 and I don't, what are these increments? So 250 is right here. So that'd be like what? 235, 240, 245. So we're flying at 235. I'm gonna take it up to approximately 245 maybe, and then we'll see if we can maintain speed, because I'm not sure how to do that. Like, I don't know the setting. All right, I'm gonna get this other picture loaded up. We also have a virtual airline. I did mention that a little bit earlier. It's over on FS Hub. I should have linked it in the description, but I didn't. That's my bad. It's called MTC Air Charter over on fshub.io. MTC Air Charter. As of right now, it's just a little virtual, like community virtual airline. There's no rules really. You can fly as you want to. You can fly where you want to, or you can also fly company routes. I have a number of company routes set up that are kind of in like a mission form. So flights are like multi-step things, where it's like you might start in Cleveland and you have to take your aircraft to another airport, load cargo, and then fly that cargo to a different airport, and then maybe ferry that airplane to another airport, and then park it or whatever. There is a thing coming out for it called FS Economy. Oh my. I need to slow down. We're about to overspeed. Flying to Cleveland alone is bad. Flying to Cleveland with a pilot who doesn't know how to fly the plane is worse. Yep. Alright. Is that gonna... Ooh, I feel like I might be slowing down. How are we doing? Oh, I mean... We're maintaining speed. So what if I take that down to 90? Are we going to start slowing down? Yeah, it looks like we might. Okay, so yeah, we'll start slowing down if we take it to 90. Wow, this thing really speeds up quick, doesn't it? This thing speeds up quick. All right, so it looks like the sweet spot for this aircraft is like right between 90 and 100. All right, so I have to play flight engineer. Like maybe right there. All right, I guess we'll just have to watch that. Yeah, so is it... No, Aero Economy is what it's called. So FS Hub is developing an economy mode called Aero Economy. When that comes out, our virtual airline will be taking part in it. It's going to be a completely crazy thing. Where instead of flying wherever we want to, we're going to now be like making money for the company. So it's going to be more than just a virtual airline. It's going to be kind of like an actual like business kind of. And it's going to have like a massive multiplayer economy in a way. So the crazy thing is that as a pilot, you make money and then you can buy stuff. So you could buy a property next to an airport. And player-run businesses near airports actually influence the airports, which is kind of interesting. So like airports will have like a passenger / like cargo pool. And the size of that pool is determined by player-run businesses around that airport. So, from my understanding, something really crazy might happen with this mode where you might not have to play Flight Simulator for Aero Economy. You could just be a businessman, basically, running businesses around airports, and that's how you play Aero Economy. It'll be interesting. They're still developing it. They are waiting for some of the early access people to make a certain amount of money so that the economy functions properly. But when that happens, I'm kind of interested in it. So, it'll be fun. This airplane was built in 1976 to 2008, so this version was likely based off the earlier ones. Yep. Yeah, it's likely based... Yeah, so... It probably is. So, yeah, so Dassault Falcon, after they produced the Dassault Falcon 50, they went on to produce the Falcon 600? No, the Falcon 900. So the Falcon 900 was produced from 1984 to present. So they still produce the Falcon 900. That's this one here. And then they went on to produce their newest one, the Dassault Falcon 7 and 8X, which is still in production today. Excuse me. And I gotta say, the cockpit for the newer Dassault Falcons are quite modern, to say the least. This is the modern Dassault Falcon cockpit. So you've got your 3 engines, you've got a whole bunch of computers, your tablets. It's set up more like an Airbus, which is interesting. I didn't know that. So you've got your side sticks instead of a yoke. That's kind of interesting. And we also have HUDs. So that's this aircraft. Maybe one day we'll have the 8X. That'll be fun. All right. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh man, it's so hard to keep these like together. Maybe move those back just a hair. I need a flight engineer to like, I don't know. It's a smaller airplane, so the cockpit looks like a mini A350. It really does, doesn't it? So that's what it is. The Dassault Falcon 50. No, sorry. The Dassault Falcon 8X is a Boeing 727 having a child with an A350. And for some reason, it just became an executive jet. Oh, I just realized I never announced on frequency. New York Center. Exec Jet 204 with you, flight level 400. New York, over to New York Center on 134.8, Exec Jet 204. New York Center, Exec Jet 204 with you at flight level 400. All right, we are approaching our top of descent very soon. Man, beautiful. I don't know how I feel about these windows, though. The visibility isn't the greatest. It's very, MD-80-esque. Which, by the way, the Boeing 717, let you taxi and take off your airplane real quick. All right. Man, a Trijet exec jet, right? Welcome in, Greg. This might be a little loud, so if you're wearing headphones, beware. Yeah, it's a great aircraft. I've been enjoying it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I was talking about the windows. It's very MD-80-esque. And the Boeing 717 originally had windows just like this. And then I was looking at some of the Delta 717s, and they've actually changed it to just 2 window panels instead of the 3, which I thought was kind of interesting. It makes the Boeing 717 look like a Fokker 100 or Fokker 50, which is it's weird. Unless these were fake images, but I don't know. Let's see, Boeing 717. Okay, so that one's got the 3. I'm trying to see if I can find what I'm talking about. Alright, looks like we're maintaining speed fine. Yeah, it looks like we're maintaining speed good. So, like, right between 90 and 100 is the sweet spot. Alright. Okay, I'm not finding what I'm looking for, so maybe I'm crazy. Because you've got your traditional Boeing 717 windows, right? It's got all the different panes. You've got the 3 in the front, and I thought I saw on a Boeing 717 by Delta only having like the 2 window panes instead of the 3. So maybe. Of course, it's like now that I'm looking for it, it's going to be like, no, we're not going to show you. Okay, you're not talking to me. That's a Boeing. You love the steam gauge flight deck? Absolutely. Yep. This aircraft's kind of fun because you got a mix of the steam gauges and also the new ephesus, which is kind of cool. All right, I think we're approaching our top of descent. I am going to let us fly just a little bit more before we do our top of descent business. Over to Cleveland Center on 126.725, extension 204. Cleveland Center, extension 204 with you, flight level 400. going to give us descent instructions in a minute. Okay, I'm fine. Just having a coughing fit. I can't make it through the stream without, like, coughing. I'm literally not going to find what I'm looking for now. I saw the windows in a picture. That's a Boeing 767, so that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe it's just the 717-200 that's got like the new window style. Why is it that when people are taking pictures of this aircraft, they don't take like a front picture? That's all I need. I'm just looking for a front picture. Okay, I'm not gonna find it. All right, I should call for descent. Cleveland Center, ExecJet 204. We are ready for descent. We'll descend and maintain flight level 200. And we'll expect runway 6 left. ExecJet 204. Flight level 400. Thought it seemed pretty high. Yeah, some of the, I mean, the Dassault Falcon can fly up to 4,500. Sorry, let me try that again. Flight level 450. Let me try that again. It can fly higher than 4,500 feet. The Citation X can fly 51,000, I believe. Which I did fly it at that flight level once. Here we go, although that doesn't look like it's two planes. Wow, that really looks like a Boeing 737. You're 10 minutes late for departure. No. All right, I need to descend. I called for descent, and they were like, descend to flight level 200. And what I didn't do was begin descending. All right, how do I do this? I set it to altitude. And then I think if I move it that way, we should start descending forward. Wow, yeah, Citation is crazy for sure. We should fly that again. I enjoyed the Citation. All right, I'm gonna take that even more. Why does that move so slow? Why doesn't that move at all, actually? Whoa. I don't know why that doesn't move. Okay. Let's idle the engines. You saw a Gulfstream on flight radar at 52,000 feet one time? Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. This right here should move. And, oh, it does move. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. On the 727, this little, whatever this little square is, also moves. And I use that as a visual indicator. Private jets are lighter so they can climb higher. Very true. Yeah, so I use this square as a visual indicator, and it's not moving, which made me believe that it wasn't animated at all, but apparently it is, so never mind it. All right. Maybe don't put the throttles that far down. All right. Maybe we'll keep that up at 90, I think is good. Such a little jet. I'm not used to flying such a tiny aircraft. It's just in a sea of clouds, aren't we? Oh man, from a distance, that sounds amazing. Oh, and we have like a smoke effect as well. I think that's a smoke effect. That kind of neat. Okay. Which I forgot every time I fly a new aircraft, I always put the flight recorder on, and I realized I did not do that for this flight. That's okay, we can still do the landing. We could still do the landing, and I can always take off again, so it's not the end of the world. All right, desktop, flight sim, flight recorder, flight recorder client. There we go. I use a third-party flight recorder off of flightsim.to, I believe it is. It was completely free, and I like it because it's not within the game. But that's not why I like it. I don't know. It works better than the flight recorder we have in here. And I noticed that the in-game flight recorder has audio glitches with certain aircrafts. The 727 was a really bad one, and this one doesn't. The engines sound perfect in this flight recorder, so that's why I use it. All right, how far am I away? I should take a look on Volanti real quick just to kind of see where I'm at in life. Am I? Okay, no, I was going to say, no way I'm that far away from Cleveland. We still got a little ways to go. It says we should be there in about 17 minutes. We are flying into the downtown airport, so that'll be kind of fun. I've never landed here, funny enough. I've taken off from here hundreds of times, but I've never actually landed here, so that'll be a fun time. And we're also landing on runway 06, so we're going to be probably coming around this way, or coming around the water, and then coming in this way. So I'll take us over the downtown area. It'll also take us over the ports and the stadium and everything, so that'll be kind of fun. That will be a lot of fun. Looks like we're maintaining speed pretty good where we are right now. Nope, that was the wrong way. Might take that just a little bit further. All right. So, you know, the weirdest thing is that my throttles aren't always synced. So, like, when I move my throttles, they might be straight, but then sometimes they're a little bit off. Like right here. Unless they're perfect, I don't know. Or it might, maybe they're not perfect. Yeah, okay. But see, like, it is a little bit forward. Okay, I don't know. I think I might need to calibrate my Bravo a bit. I think I may need to calibrate it a little bit. That's better English, Mateo. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's not like game breaking, but sometimes you end up in a situation where your engines aren't perfectly aligned. All right, I need to get that down a little bit more. I think at this rate. Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep descending like this. I will just keep descending like this, and then if we get closer to Cleveland, we're still a little far, we'll take that up a notch and start descending faster. Alright, attention passengers, we have begun our descent into Cleveland. As you can see, we have survived. I've never landed this thing before. I don't think I was supposed to say that out loud, but I did. Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Why is that guy's ear so, like, big? Wow, okay. Wait, is that realistic? Takeoff successful, nice. They're missing like the little... Everybody's missing like that little flap thing that we got going on in the ear. I don't know why I'm noticing that. Okay, whatever. Microsoft Flight Simulator, people. Over to Cleveland Center on 134.475, ExecJet 204. Cleveland Center, ExecJet. Sorry. Cleveland Center, ExecJet 204 with you, passing 290 for flight level 200. Yeah, right? Oh, it ignores me completely. Oh my. That woman right there has disappearing terror. My game lags. The game's like, you're not gonna... Why are you not talking to me? There we go. That is an issue that Beyond ATC has when you're in a busy airspace. You'll talk to the ATC and it'll completely ignore you. Because it's like, I think what Beyond ATC does is it like, it's like it queues up things it has to say. And so if you speak to the ATC, it'll queue up what it needs to say to you after it says everything else it already has queued up. And they need to do something with it where it, like, prioritizes you. Or, like, something where it doesn't leave you hanging. Chicago is the worst airport for it. Because I will request IFR clearance or taxi clearance, and the ATC just ignores me, and it says it talks to all these other airplanes, and then finally talks to me. And it is annoying. But yes, I agree. Freaking Cleveland ATC. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alright, I gotta go run and do something real quick while we are descending. I'm going to set my co-pilot to do the ATC real quick. You all are in charge of the airplane. Don't let it crash. All right. I'm back. We have a very old German Shepherd that sometimes needs help lifted up when he's outside. He's very old. He only has 3 legs, and yeah. You wonder if we can do an aileron roll in this thing? This plane is descending awfully slow. You are correct. It is descending very slow. So we will go a little bit quicker. Oh! How far are we away from Cleveland, by the way? We are 15 minutes. It wants me to leave heading 278. Let's descend down to 1000. The cat only has 3 legs? Nice. I mean, it's not nice. It only has 3 legs. But yeah, my German Shepherd is missing his back right leg. And as he's getting older, it's getting a lot harder for him. He's not in any pain. He just doesn't have a lot of energy anymore. And so, like, when it comes to, like, you know, we have, like, a little dog pen behind our house. And there's, like, a little step to get inside. And he sometimes struggles to jump up onto that step. When he was younger, he had no issues. Your centipede only has 215 legs instead of the usual 382. Yeah. You're going to predict that this plane is too high and will have a missed approach. You might be right on that. I'm not going to say you're wrong. Oh. One of your cats is 16 years old. Yeah, we used to have a cat that was that old. That was a long time ago. All right, let's descend even faster. Wow, you really got to turn this thing, don't you? All right, we're descending at approximately 2,500 feet a minute. I'm going to idle these engines. Altimeter 3007 will expect the visual approach runway 6 left. Execjet 204. What did it say? 3007? He's an old man, yeah. Right. Let's get the seatbelt signs on. Oh, is that the dome light? I see. Those lights are on already, so that's not that. Okay. Left heading 280, Execjet 204. Actually, we're already heading 280, so that's fine. There we go. We'll just continue following the nav, because that's just a little bit less than 280. All right, so we're at 230 knots, which is kind of okay. I'm going to take this up just a little bit. Cool. And what's my approach information? I realize this has been floating here the entire time. 3,200 feet. So that's a 48. Okay. Let's get KBKL. KBKL. Burke Lakefront Airport. ILS 24 right. Really? They don't have an ILS for the 6th approach. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. Is there no information for runway 6? There might be no information for runway 6. If that's the case, that's interesting. 1,400 feet, you're 22 nautical miles out. You're cooked. Turn left heading 265, Execjet 204. Nah, it'll be fine. What is the 2,400? How do I... No, we got this.
Climb maintain flight level 340, United 9000.
All right, what did it say? 260. Oh, shoot, 265. All right, let's put this to heading mode, so hopefully we'll start to follow the heading. Oh, wow, we are really close. You're right. Descend and maintain 4,000, altimeter 3006, Trijet 204. Left heading 260, Trijet 204. You saw in Volanta? Yeah, do you see it going up? We're descending at like 4,000 feet a minute now. Man, I don't have any of my lights on or anything. What is this? I gotta say, this looks beautiful if it wasn't for the clouds. Look at that. Woo! I have been in Cleveland during this kind of sunset. It is beautiful. Where's the downtown area? That's right there. Oh, man.
Center on 132.4, United 9000, see you.
Okay, you know what? We'll take that as a picture. Oop. Trying not to get the white bar in the way. I kind of wish the city was right there. You know, watch you land in the sim at the airport if you weren't busy doing your own flight. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Oh my gosh. I'm speeding. We're flying just above 250 knots. We're fine. Okay. I need to turn on my flight recorder. What are the flap speeds, by the way? Is slats 200 knots, 20 is 190. Okay. What is the minimum speed? Well, okay. I'm not sure, actually. It might be 120. Well, there's the airport, everybody. And the city. Airport that we're landing at's right over there. We are recording on the flight recorder, so hopefully we will have a fun video to watch. Cleveland Hopkins Airport's right in front of us. There's a guy called It's a Melody. He's in an A320 Neo. Are you going to have us turn in a minute? We're stalling. Left heading 245 vectors for the approach. Why are you having me turn that way? No. I mean, I'm going to listen to you. All right, I don't think I should listen to you. You want me to turn 245? That's away from the airport, though. Okay, you know what? I want to see where you're going to take me. Engines seem to spool quickly. Yeah, they do. Are you... Alright, you know what? Beyond ATC, I'm not listening to you anymore. Wow, why does that turn so slowly? I'm gonna be in the way of this airport, don't mind me. Sorry, everybody. AI will replace our jobs. AI in question. Oh, man. Cleveland Center on 134.9, exit jet 204. Oh, man. Beautiful. Cleveland Center, exec jet 204 with you at flight level 2,400. I wish you would have me contact the tower frequency. What I'm not doing is turning left 190. Turn left heading 190, exec jet 204. I'm actually not doing that, thank you. I wonder what it's going to say. I said that on frequency. Thank you! Wow! Look at that! Turn right heading 070. It's like it was listening to me. I need to speed up. We're slowing down. Turn right heading 070. Vectors for the approach. Oh my gosh. Why does that turn so slowly? Okay. Now it wants me to turn right. It was like turn left 245. Turn left 215. Yeah, the field's in sight, man. Field is in sight. Exec jet 204. We have the field in sight. Exec jet 204. Did I say in sight? All right, I'm going to take control of this airplane. Cleared for the visual approach, runway 6 left. Exec jet 204. All right. Over to Lakefront Tower on 124.3, exec jet 204. You expect negative 105? Oh, you have a lot of confidence in me. Lakefront Tower, exec jet 204, inbound for the visual, runway 6 left. Runway 6 left, clear to land. Exec jet 204. Oh man, this is the first time I'm landing at this airport, so I'm kinda a little bit nervous. You're ambitious. All right, gear down. Let's get the gear down. How fast does this gear come down? We're stalling. It's got the Cessna stall horn. Is there a crosswind? There might be. Oh gosh, we're at 1,000. Bro, you might crash into a building or Lake Erie. Oh no, we'll probably crash into the lake before we crash into a building. They're gonna ease your predictions.
Sink rate 300.
Surprisingly, this is going kind of well. Oh, I should have said that.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh gosh. Oh my. Oh, I thought, okay, this is what happens when you don't, oh! This is, yeah, this is fine. This is what happens when you don't fly small airplanes enough. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Look, we're still on the runway. That was just lag. That whole thing where we went off the runway, that was just lag. That was desync in the stream, okay? We were actually on the runway this whole time. Hey, I do agree with that. Exit right at Echo, ExecJet 204. Alright, I had a very smooth landing in the Citation the other day. It was surprising. Just a little bit more practice and we'll be able to do this. Alright, well, we're not doing this contacting ground. Ground on 121.9er. That's what I'm not doing, ExecJet 204. Oh my. Why did we land at just the right time? The landing numbers are out of this world? I'm surprised that's not higher. How is it that low? Okay, what does landing rate manager say? Landing rate manager says it was 345. Negative 345. What? I thought that was hard. Like that felt like a smack. Okay, I mean, hey, look, I'm not gonna complain. I might think they're wrong, but I'm not gonna complain. All right, let's replay. Whoa. You don't know if you use Volanta, but it gets a bit optimistic. Yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm using Volanta and Landing Rate Manager for the virtual airline. Cheeky screenshot. Okay. All right, let's watch this landing from the ground, shall we? So we are going to go over here and we're going to chill next to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And we're going to watch this landing. Oh my. The boat looks abandoned. Oh wait, that's not even the boat I'm thinking of. I am surprised. They actually have that modeled in. Look at that. All right. Oh wow. This is such an old image. Okay. In real life, it should be a missed approach. I do agree. All right, resume. Whoa, I'm moving. I'm moving with the airplane. All right, I don't even know where I'm at right now, in terms of, like, in the air. Well, wow, man, this is beautiful. Landing gear damage will cause the landing gear failure for future pilots. Yep. If I was playing, oh gosh, what is it called? Jetstar, is it? The executive pilot career mode for flight sim. Our next pilot, we're right there. The next pilot to fly this aircraft might have issues. Man, okay. Grease the landing, set as 267, next one slammed. Yeah. Okay. Sounds are not bad. They're not bad. Hopefully you can hear them. If you can't hear them, let me know. I will turn them up a little bit higher. Oh, man. Hold on, for science. I wish I could slow this down. Oh, man. Almost had a wing strike then. That was desync. That was desync. That didn't happen. Wow, okay. All right. Hello, passengers. I'm sorry to subject you to this. But we're going to have to do that landing again. Replay mode. All right. Lake effect crosswind. It might have been. Oh, I kind of want to be on the other side, though. There we go. Oh, man, this is making me dizzy. There's some guy over there. On the other side of the lake. Oh, man. What is that? Oh, wow. Wing strike almost. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy, you're not supposed to see the grass when we're landing, right? That's a cool airport, yeah. The Boeing 757 landed here a couple weeks ago. It was a charter flight. Very occasionally will it get big aircrafts like this, but most of the aircrafts are little executive jets. Medical helicopters land here, a couple military ones too. Yellow Airport is right next to Lake Michigan, so if you're landing runway 34 or 14, it's always guaranteed crosswind since the wind comes from the east. Oh, yeah. Well. All right, I kind of want to do one more. I'm going to lower the audio a lot more because it'll be really loud. We're going to do an external shot. I think right here. So let's back it up. And ooh. I mean, it doesn't look that bad from the outside, if I'm honest. See, I thought I was on the ground, and I think I lost all my speed. Oh! Look at the wheel suspension. Bounce! Yeah, that was bad. You love the plane? Bro, somebody probably get lower back injury from that, right? It's crazy. This aircraft has one reverser. It doesn't have, yeah, it only has one on engine 2. Engine 1 and 3 lack that. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, this airplane's fun. I'll have to fly it again. Maybe do a couple practice flights. All right, let's park this thing, I guess. I will stop the replay. I will save the replay. How do I save replays? Save replay. as Falcon 50 first landing. There we go. You bet since engine 1 and 3 are a lot smaller, reverse thrust and engine 2 only will do the job? That might be. It's almost like the 727. So, well, actually, it's the opposite of the 727. On the Boeing 727, the Super 27 specifically, engine 2 has no reverse thrust. It's engine 1 and 3 that have it, which is kind of weird. Because, like, if you look at the Boeing 727-200, the generic 727, all 3 engines have reverse thrust. And then if you look at the Super 27, only engine 1 and 3 have it. All right, that's a runway we just went over, so we will go this way. All right, passengers. In the contract you signed prior to this flight, it did say that medical injuries on flight were, well, it said you're flying at your own risk. I take no responsibility in this. I did say at the beginning of the flight that this is the first time I'm flying this, so, look, y'all are fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right, we will go and park this, and we will let everybody off. I need to turn on the APU. So to turn on the APU, Gen Master goes on, generator goes on, bleed air goes on, and then I think I click that, and the APU should, in theory, oh, if we didn't go on the grass, should start. There we go. APU is not starting. No. Why are you... Hello? Are you on? Maybe you're on already. Are you on? I can't tell. Oh no, it sounds like it's starting actually. It does sound like it's starting. So that's a good sign. I am going to turn up that just a little bit. Bro, your heart has land destroyed the APU. It might have. There we go. APU is now on. Why is the engine sounds cutting out? You saw an A-10 Warthog take off from Tulsa the other month. The APU was louder than the main GE turbofans. Wow. Yeah, some of these APUs are loud. All right, we're going to take it over to that hangar over there because they're going to need to work on this airplane. Welcome to Cleveland. This is custom scenery. It's actually freeware scenery over on flightsim.to. The A-10s are cool, yeah. Are they? They're not performing anymore for like air shows, are they? Or did they come back? I thought I read something that they were like performing them again. But I'm not entirely sure. All right, please say that we can fit inside this. Please say that I don't like. Can I go? Ooh, I don't know if I can go in this hangar. That's making me a little bit nervous. I'm gonna back up. And what we're not doing, pretty sick, just made the trip to check out the Aerospace Museum. A-10 flying in that day, and visitors could walk around and tour it. Nice. All right. We're going to have to pretend this is a car for a minute. No, unfortunately, the A-10 demo team was shut down in 2024. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, I have a helicopter in there. Look at that. I wonder what helicopter that is. I wonder if it has like an insignia on it or something. A logo or... All right. Parking brake can go on. How do I turn the engines off? Okay, that looks like the engines are going off. You got to see them through your air show in 2023. Yeah. They came to the Cleveland Air Show in 2023, I think it was. All right. Well, we have survived in one piece. Yeah, we will be live next Friday with Flight Sim. I might go live this weekend. It'll depend on when I get home from work tomorrow and Sunday. But maybe I'll stream again tomorrow. We'll see. It'll completely depend. All right, so there we go. The first flight on the Falcon is complete. That was a fun aircraft. It's cool. We'll have to fly it again for sure. What insignia is on this helicopter? Nothing. These might be a part of the medical team, but I'm not too sure. Because I know that they fly yellow helicopters, and I think they might have a red one as well. But I'm not entirely sure. When am I doing Run 8 again? I'm not sure, actually. I was thinking about doing a Wednesday stream at some point. So maybe on a Wednesday. Because, yeah, you're right. I do need to finish my tour of UP Fresno. So it's going to be on a Wednesday at some point. I'm not too sure when yet. I will announce in Discord when I'm going to do it, though. Alrighty. Well, with that said, I am going to have to end stream. I have a virtual airline if you'd like to join it. The information is over on Discord. I will post it in the aviation chat. It's all you need to do is create an FS Hub account. It's free. And then you can apply for the airline and you can log miles. And it's just a little community thing that we're doing. There's no real plan. I don't really have any plan for where I want to take this. Until Aero Economy releases. So when Aero Economy releases, the virtual airline will have a big rework. But yeah, so that was fun. It's a fun aircraft. Let's see. I should post that over in aviation chat before I forget, because I will forget. FS Hub, MTC Charter. Make yourself an account. You do need to install the landing rate manager, which is available through fshub.io. And that's how you connect your flight sim to the airline. So, all right. With that said, I don't know who's in the stream. I have my viewer count hidden. So, thank you to whoever's lurking in the background. Oh, yeah, by the way, for those that aren't on Discord, this is a brand new thing that they've done with Beyond ATC. You can now start your next flight right in Beyond ATC. It used to be that you'd have to close out of Beyond ATC and then reopen it back up to start your next flight. And now you can just start your next flight immediately after ending your last one without exiting out of the app at all. I don't know why they didn't make this a thing years ago, but now it's a thing. So I guess better late than never. Anyways, with that said, if I'm not around tomorrow, I'll be back on Tuesday. And if I'm not there on Wednesday, then I'll be back on Thursday. And then we'll have our Friday stream. We're going to be flying the DC-6, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, Have a good evening. Take care. I don't know my end screen. There we go. Take care. Have a good night, Metro. See you around. And Greg, if you're still in here, see you around.